everybody. Let me introduce Erika Petrie, and she's a founder and she's a writer of the shadesofdifferent.com, an awareness raising campaign to give a voice to differently abled children like her youngest daughter, Micaela. So Erika, can you please tell me about how did it all come about?
Okay. Yes, thank you, Ilona, for having me on your show. It's a privilege to be invited along and to be part of this awesome show. I've watched you in action with some of your guests, so I'm really honoured to be here today. Yes, shadesofdifferent.com. So it's a website basically, and we've made it into a .com because we wanted to be international. I live in the UK. I'm Italian originally, but I really wanted certainly the live blog aspect of the website and certain aspects of the website to be international and to be at everybody's reach, which is why I made it into .com rather than a .co.uk. How it came about, right? Well, this is quite a difficult story, so I hope I don't make anybody cry. But basically, nearly 5 years ago, my youngest daughter Micaela, who has Down syndrome, she nearly died. She was bitten on the finger by another child at school. She developed sepsis because it wasn't properly disinfected at the local hospital. And so it was touch and go for 4 days. We ended up in Salisbury Hospital, and she was basically, I was basically very close to losing her. So in that time, when I was climbing the walls, and she was incredibly resilient, by the way, she was very, very strong, and she coped with everything. I don't know how she does it, but again, she teaches me something every day, even though she's nonverbal. But she expresses so much as a person because she's really resilient and tough. Anyway, at that time, I wrote this song to put into words what I thought she would tell me if she was able to speak, what she communicates to me every day, her voice, basically. So I put it into words, and sorry, excuse me if I get emotional at this point. When God spared her life, I said, right, I'm going to do something for my daughter. I'm going to make a difference in her life. I'm sorry.
You're crying, Erika. Wow.
So, yeah. So I said to God, I said, right, you've saved her life. She's made a difference to my life. I'm going to make a difference to hers. So it took me a while because I was unwell after Micaela had been unwell for obvious reasons. You know, I nearly lost my child, so I nearly lost my mind. But thanks to my music teacher, because when I wrote this song, I knew exactly what I wanted it to sound like. I didn't know how to put the notes to it, but I knew in my head, I knew exactly how I wanted it to sound like. So I got together with my music teacher who's been teaching me guitar, a lovely lady called Kay Jones, and we put it to chords. Okay, so a few basic chords on the guitar, just a basic sketch, and I was able to play it on the guitar, just like these basic chords. And then I got in touch with a music friend of mine abroad, a musician friend of mine called Julian Saxel. He's a very, very talented musician. He's half British, half Czech, very, very talented. He used to actually live in the UK. He used to play for the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, so not a million miles away from where I live now, but he lives in Norway now. It's a very international campaign, as you can see. Yeah, because also Kay Jones is South African. She's not British. I'm Italian. He's half Czech, half British, and he lives in Norway. So yeah, you can tell that there's a lot of international stuff going on. Anyway, so I sent him the sketch and I said, this is what I would like to do with this song. What do you think? You know, can you help me? And he said, yes, I can definitely help you. Yeah, I want to get involved, you know. And he's a very, very passionate musician, and he's very good on the violin. He's very good on a number of other instruments as well, including the piano. And he's also got a very good team of musicians behind him. So he said, yeah, you know, you send me everything and I'll see what I can do. And it took him a year. It took him a long time but basically what he came up with was just awesome. It was just my lyrics, the passion of my lyrics and his music, and it just a marriage made in heaven. You know, it just worked because there was the same amount of passion that went into both. So he's very, very good with music. I'm good with lyrics, and the two together just, when he sent it to me, I just cried because it was everything I wanted and more. I can't express how I felt when I heard it for the first time. It was just like, yes. And then I was very lucky to connect with Jamie King. He's a recording artist and he's in Bournemouth. Because through various charities that we're members of with Micaela, we went along to some music therapy groups for children where they had the opportunity to be hands-on with musical instruments and whatever. And this is how we met Jamie King. So we went along the year before, And we met him for the first time, and I mentioned to him about this song, but at the time I didn't have the music back from Julian yet. And I said to him, would you like to be involved in whatever, because it came under his charity remit to be involved in these kind of projects. And he said to me, yes, I'm very interested, so yeah, you know, here's my card and whatever, we'll be in touch. And then funnily enough, a year later, when I got the music back from Julian, we had another session, can you believe it, with Jamie. So it was really meant to be. And I saw him again, and I said, I've got the music now. Do you want to get involved? He said, yeah, definitely. And my details have changed. Here's my new card. Anyway, from then we were in touch with Jamie. And at the beginning of May, I met up with him and my mum, because she was over from Italy at the time. In fact, she's in the video as well. And I met up with him, and he said, yeah, great. I'm going to come to your house on the 14th of May, 2019, I think it was. Or was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 14 or 2018, no, 2019. 14th of May 2019, I'm going to come to your house with my state-of-the-art recording equipment, and we were going to record the song, okay? And my mum was there as well, so she was part of it all. It was really exciting. So he came with his state-of-the-art recording equipment, and we recorded the song, and we recorded an alternative version of the song, because actually 2 versions of the song. He said, well, while we're here, let's do a pop version of the song as well, something to appeal to a slightly different audience. Because on the main track, the violin is really prominent. So we did both versions. And we were lucky enough to rope in a university student. And this is the brother of a friend of my daughter's, my eldest daughter, Julia. She's very good friends with a boy called Joan. This is one of his brothers who was studying film studies at university, Sam Harbour, very, very talented. And he came to my house and started doing some of the recording for the video. And then he did several different takes in several different locations so that we were able to put the video together. And then thanks to also the help of Greg Lumley, who's a very talented guy, South African guy as well, he's back in South Africa now. He helped us put together the website, and also he edited the video in the end and added sign language when we had the input from the sign language interpreter later on. And so, yeah, so basically over time, we were able to get the versions of the song, we were able to put together the website, we put the video on there. Later on, we added sign language and whatever, and we made it available on YouTube. So it runs both on the website and on YouTube. And then last summer, we introduced a live blog on the website. Now, the live blog, this is a different story, because the whole Shades of Different campaign is about differently abled children. Okay, and that's mainly the point, especially Down syndrome, because my youngest daughter's got Down syndrome, but not just Down syndrome. Anyone who's differently able is part of the song, the website, the whole concept of this awareness raising campaign, to really give them a voice, to give them better role models, to give them a better future, to give them everything that society is lacking right now. I mean, we've got further with society, but we're still not where we need to be. These people need respect, they need equality, they need inclusion, and whatever we want, we're sort of fighting this battle. And also, we want to change the dictionary. We want to say differently able, not disabled. What disabled? That's all in the mind. Differently able, because we're all different anyway. So we wanted to say differently able. So the live blog is a separate concept, because that's basically an opportunity for anyone, anywhere in the world, to contribute their story. If they've overcome something major in their lives, even like something like cancer, a major car accident, whatever, they can contribute their story to the live blog. And it's all about positivity stories, celebration of achievement at this particular time of uncertainty, of pandemic, of, you know, who knows. This is to give people smiles, to give people that positivity, to make them believe that anything can be overcome if you really want to. It's all in the power of positivity. So that's what our live blog is about. And that's one of the things I want to really highlight today. So I want as many people to take part in this live blog as possible. You can go on there, you can comment at any point and whatever. You can email me and whatever. My email is on the website and whatever. You can get involved. And if you send me your story, I'll put it up there with your pictures and whatever. We'll share it. And then other people, it's open for other people to comment and share. And also for parents, obviously, of differently able children, to really share any concerns and debate whatever in real time. It's a live blog. Every week there are new articles, podcasts, and things going on there. So you can check it out regularly. It's live, you know. So
this is amazing. It looks like this became like an international movement. It started with the story, started with the passion. Yes, something happened in your life that you involved everybody right now. And, they saw your heart, they saw the power of this story, what it can lead to. And they got involved to help you, to make your vision, this mission to come forward, to become so strong, Erika. And like, I want you to kind of let us know what those moments meant to you. Take us through those moments when you were with Micaela and you were about to lose her. What did you feel besides the, of course, the song? But I wanted you to talk to that mother who is right now is struggling maybe. So like, how can you walk her through your pain and encourage her?
Yeah, well, it's tricky, but now I would say to her, you will come out the other side, and you will come out stronger, and you will come out more resilient. And your daughter has taught you to be tough, and so you can be tough for her. And all my emotion, all my passion went into this song, and that is why it works. I don't have a great voice. I was never vocally trained or anything, but it's all my passion that I put into the lyrics and into the music as well, because although I didn't write the music, I knew how I wanted it to sound. The sketch was originally mine. I mean, Julian did a fantastic job with it. There's nothing to be said. And he transformed it, and it's way better than I could possibly have imagined. But it all came from this initial passion that I had. And he found my passion in it and took it that step further as well. So it just, that's why it really worked. And so, yeah, the song in a way got me through it, because writing this song, putting into words what she was saying to me, gave me comfort at a time of extreme difficulty when I didn't know whether she was going to make it or not. But the way she dealt with it all, she had drips, she had vaccines, she had an operation under general where they opened up the finger, whatever. She never cried once, she never shed a tear. She was a tough little soldier. She battled through it, and she came out the other side. And I was climbing the walls, and I said, God, how is she doing this? She's a miracle. And my oldest daughter, when she was 7 years old, this was before all this happened, because there's 22 and a half months between my two daughters. My eldest Julia, she's nearly 15 now. Micaela's nearly 13. But when she was 7, so half her current age, she said to me, Micaela's taught me lots of things, Mummy, but most of all, she's taught me to be thankful. Wow. My heart just skipped a beat, because it was just like, wow, that from a 7-year-old, okay, she's understood everything,
Oh my gosh. Wow. Like, this is such a power. Sometimes we think that we can teach to our children, but we are also need to be wise enough to learn from our children as well. And, God had put Micaela into your life to learn from, and not just to learn from, but to make this movement from with your vision, so you can encourage one another, and like the differently able people, differently able children, so you can give them a power and also encourage their parents, because parents also need encouragement, just like you, just like anybody else out there. Absolutely. So I know that whatever you're doing, Micaela, that God is going to enrich you. God is going to bring the army to support you, just like he did internationally, with the singers, with the music directors, with everybody who will, believe in you, believe in what you're doing, believe in your voice. And I will be so happy to play this music, so people will be able to connect closer. And I pray that they will be, reaching out to you for how they can support you, how they can maybe help you. Maybe you will be able to give them a support through your website as well. So it's such a powerful tool. And I hope that God is going to be continue using you in UK, and UK is going to become like this point where everybody will be connected through you and to you, Erika. So we want to thank you for your story, for being vulnerable, for your tears, for your sincerity, for how genuine you were, and for your story. And we pray that God is going to continue use Micaela, not only in your life, but for all of us to learn from, to be grateful.
Absolutely. Amen. And the biggest thing that she teaches me is to live in the moment. She lives in the moment. This is something fantastic that Down syndrome children have, and very few other people have, differently able maybe generally, but they just live in the moment. And that is how we need to live life, because that is how you appreciate everything. See it through the eyes of the child, That is, in a nutshell, that is it. And, you know, Down syndrome children, they have something more, not something less. They have an extra chromosome. They have an extra chromosome 21. So they have something more. They don't have something less.
Yes,
they're just different, but
yes,
they're programmed better than we are. We need to learn from them.
Yes, they are also God's masterpieces. You know, they are unique, they are special, and they are part of this beautiful God's plan in our lives. So we want to appreciate, and like you said, we need to live in the moment, and we need to be grateful and learn how to appreciate every single day of our lives. God bless you, Erika. Thank you so much for taking your time to be part of this beautiful movement also, and beautiful mission that we are trying to share with the world.
I tell you what, it's a real privilege and a real honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And also, just bear in mind one more thing. I'm in the process of making Shades of Different into a charity. So I hope that one day maybe it will be worldwide. At the moment, it will be just in the UK, because obviously we need to start small. But I'm always thinking about the next step I can go. And this is what I'm working on at the moment. As soon as I'm able to register it as a charity, we are going to be raising valuable funds, at least in the UK, for children like Micaela who are still non-verbal. And there isn't enough money, there aren't enough funds for the therapies that they need on a day-to-day basis. So this is to fund those vital therapies and to really meet their needs, because they deserve it. They deserve to have all these opportunities, and they can do it and they can thrive. They just need to be given the opportunities. So, you know, I hope and pray that God will help me get it into a charity sooner rather than later. Obviously, I need to, you know, open the bank account, set it up as a charity, and it's all taking longer because of COVID. But I hope and pray that we can get it to be a charity by the end of the year. And I'm also working on a very big project at the moment with other musicians who are writing original tracks about diversity and inclusion that we can put onto a CD and sell for charity. So that we can then put the funds into shadesofdifferent.com. And there's a new song that I wrote as well, a rock song called Include Me, which is going to be on part of that CD.
Unbelievable. So like Bible says, ask and you shall receive. So here what you're doing, you're asking and you will be receiving as well. So just believe in that and it will all come through. God bless you, Erika. And it was, you know, Ilona from the IP Resilient with the Erika Petrie, and we'll see you for the next time.
Okay, thank you very much.
No one is the same. If you say disability, it only brings me pain. I may look different, develop at a different pace, but there is nothing more special than the warmth of my embrace. What is it you see when you look at me? I may be different, but I'm a person just like you. I just wanna be everything you see. I may look different, but I'm somebody just like you. My smile, you know, is real, and my laughter too. I show a childlike world, you know it's true. My heart, it is pure, as the snow is white, and I'm gentle and loving and caring and bright. What is it you see when you look at me? I may look different, but I'm somebody just like you. Just wanna share and be surrounded by love and care. You know that I don't talk, but in my green-brown eyes, all my hopes and dreams are of starry skies. If you see this this world in colour, it would be a better place. You'll see the light shine, just look at my face.